Okay, so jumping straight into the race, as you can see, I have done absolutely no warm up. I didn't go as hard off the start as I would in the C category race. I was kind of hoping it would be a bit slower. Um, I was a little bit wrong because I had to put a big effort in there just to sort of catch myself up. I mean, we're already doing 50 k's an hour in 20 seconds into the race, so yeah, I'm in the big leagues now. Okay, this isn't no C race anymore.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, we're in the B's. No more C races for me, um, which is going to suck because I'm going to be out the back all the time. That sounded weird. I just meant out the back of the peloton. So yeah, I think I know this course because I did ZRL last week. Turns out, not the same course, same climbs, different course. So yeah, here we go, straight into the first one. It's a quite a long drag. It's only 1.6k into the race, so I'm really not warmed up at this point. And my only goal was to stick with somebody on this climb. I just didn't want to be dead last. There's 15 people, I think. 15 B racers started the race. So if I could be 14th, that is a check on this race. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Heart rate's 170, but the legs are feeling all right. I'm gonna put it out there. I might have said in the intro, long day on the feet. Okay, wasn't expecting the legs to be there for me. I've been shifting boxes at Tesco's for 8 hours. Okay, legs are tired, so forgive me. But yeah, this was a pretty decent effort, I think. I mean, keeping up with some of them. Sat in eighth place, so just seventh place, just in the top 50%. So Mark Lewis would be proud. But yeah, I think I found a group at this point, so I'm like, yeah, if I can just stay with these guys, that'd be great. And then yeah, the downhill comes, and then at this point I'm like, oh shit, I remember this. This is that shitty little section of the course where you have to do two climbs one after the other, and I'm thinking, oh god, this is going to be awful. So yeah, I'm sat in eighth place, trying to get as much recovery in as I can, and the same thing happens to me again that happened in ZRL, is that people just come past me again. They just carry so much more speed into these climbs, and that's a bit demoralising, as you can see. So I've gone from seventh down to ninth, I think, and Jesus, this was hard. This really kicked up, but I think this kind of climb suits me because it's short, and I can sort of put some pressure down on the pedals. I don't really have to use my brain. I don't have to like think about judging my effort or anything. So yeah, sat in 10th, might be ninth place. I'll take that. And I was like, this guy's got a nice bike. I'll just try and sit on his wheel. That'll be fun. Canadian as well, probably a nice guy. So yeah, that's the second climb done, and I hadn't done any recon for this. Obviously, I've skipped ahead a bit because that was all just flats, and as you can see from the graph at the bottom, zone 3, which is probably normally zone 2 or zone 1 in a CCAT race. So this is all good training, and we're into the third climb, which is less steep, just kind of like a long drag. And then yeah, this Canadian guy just pisses off the front. You know, I'm sat here at 175 BPM, and yeah, he's gone. And then yeah, still with this group of three. The guy copied my style with the Zwift hat, so yeah, not cool. And that guy becomes my enemy actually, because I'll tell you what, he called me out in the chat. I've never been called out in the chat before on Zwift, and he straight up called me out in my first ever B race. I got called out for not doing pulls on the front. So this is a child-friendly channel, so I'm not going to swear. But yeah, not my friend, that guy. Not my friend. I thought he was quite rude. So yeah, that'll be coming up in a second. But yeah, that's the climb over, and then again, it's just trying to stick in with this small group that I found. At this point, I'm buzzing. If I can hold on to these wheels and get 10th position, happy days. That is an absolute result. So yeah, this guy who's dropped his power up, I don't know what happens. He just like, I don't know if he blows up or something, but he just falls off the back of the group in a minute, and I don't really know what happened. Like maybe is that sandbagging? I don't know. Don't know what happened. I'll take it though because it means that I, got further up the group without doing anything. But yeah, at this point I'm just letting these guys pull me around because I'm expecting a sprint finish or something. So yeah, this is the point where the third rider, yeah, look, his bike even changes colour. That's so weird. And then he just slows down. that is weird. I don't know what happened there. But this guy launches an attack. I think he's going for like sprint points or something. So I'm just like, I'm not going to like go past him. I don't really care about sprint points. So I just do enough effort to sort of stick in his wheel. He obviously does get away, so I have to put a little bit of a dig in. But this is definitely within myself. Nothing crazy. I also was really trying to spin my legs a lot. So I'm at 100 RPM. My sort of thought process was that I needed my legs to last the whole race. Like in the seas, I could destroy my legs with low cadence and then still hold on to the pack. Whereas with the bees, I think I really need fresh legs if I'm going to hold on to any kind of group. So yeah, as you can see, he straight up calls me out in the chat. He names and shames me in the chat and says you need to pull on the front. And I'm like, I don't give in to peer pressure, but if you say so. So I just ramp it up to like 3.6 watts per kilo, which is nothing crazy. As you can see, I'm still in zone 4, and then he just lets the wheel go. So then I'm like, well, I'm not going to tow you around. If you called me out in the chat, and then I finally put some effort in, and you don't hold my wheel. So I was like, screw him, I'm just going to put the gas down even.
A little push. Holy shit.
Even more. So I try and hold sort of 4 watts per kilo. You can't see it because my stupid camera's in the way. But yeah, the lead basically gets to about 6 seconds at this point, and I'm thinking, hang on, like this guy actually doesn't have it in him to hold my wheel here. So I then bring the power back down again to something a bit more sustainable, just above threshold, or my FTP, which is 257. So trying to keep it about 260, 270. So yeah, trying to time it. And also I think what played into my favour was there's a slight downhill, which sort of like meant that I was doing 42k, which meant that like for him to catch up with me, he'd have to be putting in some serious effort to sort of get quicker than that. And then yeah, when the course sort of ramps up like here, I really just gave it some beans. I mean, I didn't kill myself because I've still got 2k to go, so you do have to kind of like be a bit patient. I'm just listening to myself back, and it's actually a bit mad. I think I've grown up. I've had one B race, and I think I've grown up. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. Am I actually like getting a brain or something here? Because I'm starting to think about what I'm doing, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, as you can see, the graph has turned a lot from yellow into red, because at this point I actually think it's possible for me to hold the gap on this guy, which I just thought was funny because he called me out in the chat. He literally used my surname and everything, and then yeah, I just pulled away from him, and I did feel like a bit of a boss for doing that, to be fair. I don't know what he was up to calling me out like that, but yeah, I managed to basically just hold zone 4 or 5 the whole way till the end, which is pretty cool. I obviously keep ramping it up because he also does try and fight back. His efforts were sort of like short and like punchy, so he got it up to like 5 or 6 watts per kilo on several occasions, and then I sort of responded by going up to 4.5 watts per kilo. But yeah, job done. First B race, and we're just outside of the top half. On Zwift Power we got 5th, so we'll take that. 5th on Zwift Power in my first ever race as a B-Cat. So 5 out of 9. I averaged 3.4 watts per kilo at 264 watts. I've definitely lost weight, so I think that actually might be more closer to 3.5 watts per kilo if I had updated my weight on Zwift. But yeah, not bad. A 30-second power of 6 watts per kilo. I think I had one of the highest. No, that's not true, actually. I thought I had one of the highest 15-second powers, but I definitely didn't. We ain't in the seas no more, John. We're the bottom feeders now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the support on the video. If you enjoyed it, then let me know in the comment section, and also give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. Cheers.